Hi everyone, welcome back to another video on this series. So in this video we will be designing the PCB, but before this we have to define some specific stack-up rules or design rules for Arduino UNO. So what will be the rules and how can we assign the rules to the PCB design? So we will see in this video. So before this, we have to follow the previously video which the reviewer said us that you have to annotate the schematics. So I am annotating the schematics by clicking on the tools option, annotate the schematics, and you can assign different processing order. So I am using this across then down. So after selecting this update change list, click on OK and click accept changes, create issue. So click on the validate changes. All the status mark should be tick, and in this you can also see over here, and close this one by clicking on close button. And now you can see what is wrong with this. So by click you will see that this pin is not connected, so it is showing some ERC error over here. If you don't want to use this, just place no ERC flags over here or this cross sign, as you have to add the voltages on the pin number 8 and 4, but it is not added yet. So you have to also look for what should be added over here. So save it to the server, and once it is uploaded, go to the PCB design and import the changes from the schematics, and you can also run the ECU over here, and it is again saying those two nets which are not connected. So this net is the USB VCC net. What is wrong with this? You can read the description from the message box. So what he is saying, that there are two levels I think over here. So USB-C global labels. These are the global labels. So you can place the net label over here. So delete this label, press and click delete, and place the net label over here. Again, no need to change the name because it is USB VCC, and save the changes, click OK, and now go back again to the PCB design and import changes from the schematics. And there are some other issues over here. USB VCC wire. Now click on the validate changes and you will see this tick marked on each change, and now click on the execute changes. You have to make sure that all the changes should be green. So it will be the sign that each and every change is made in the PCB design, and all the changes from the schematics are imported. So let's verify all are marked tick and close this one, and then you can see that these all the components are placed outside the black box. It's by default configuration of the Altium Design and Develop that all the parts of the PCB placed outside the black box. So it's because you can place all the parts as per your need or requirement, also, or you can place as per uh, specific placement. So these are all the components of the Arduino. So let's wait a second until it connects to the workspace, and there are no string ports available. So I don't know why it's getting this issue again and again. So, but for now, let's resolve this again. Don't forget to save the changes to the workspace. Go to the projects and click on the save to server option. Let me open this. Let me see. So now the cross you can see on the bottom left, it is basically the origin with x and y 0, 0. Let's click on the project and save it to the server. You need an authorizing spot, but I have the authoring spot. So now click on save to the server. Let me see it again. Am I added to the workspace? Yes, I am. So let's try again. Save to the server. Now it is saving the changes. Click OK, and let's wait a second to save the changes to the workspace. And 2 out of 3 and 3 out of 3 objects are transferred to the workspace. So let's define some specific rules for our Arduino layout. So go to the design and go to the rules and first define the clearance rules. So it's in mils. So let me change the units first. But before defining the rules for clearance, you should know your manufacturer who is going to fabricate the PCB. So for me, I will use the JLC PCB. So I will open the Chrome and search for JLC PCB capabilities. Just right over here, JLC PCB capabilities, and click enter. So the first open the first link. So here are PCB specifications. Rigid PCB, we are going to use a rigid PCB, and under the PCB specifications, what are the layer counts? They have 1 to 32 layer counts, so our PCB will be only 2 layers, so that's not an issue. What's the thickness? We will be using 1.6 mm thickness. And what's the minimum track width and spacing? You can see over here under the features, capabilities, description, and patterns. So minimum track width and spacing for one OZ copper is zero point 0.1 mm, and 1 and 2 layer is 0.1 mm and means 4 mils. For multi layers, it can be go more below this 0.09. So I mean to say that you can see all the rules from here and add them to the design rules according to those rules of your manufacturer. So add them accordingly. Let's go back again to the rules, and I have changed the units from mils to mm. So I will add the PCB track to track width. Minimum track width should be 0.254, and all the by default rules set. I think so. These are okay and good to go. So it's for the BJ package. We don't have any BGA package over here. So inner layer, inner hold to track, via hold to track clearance 0.2 mm. They can fabricate 0.2 mm from via hold to track. So just you need to change. You can go below from 2.254 to 0.2. So I don't want to have any more changes over here because 0.254 0.2 is the minimum. Via hold to track SMD to SMD pad to pad clearance 0.15, pad to track clearance 0.1, even below 0.2. So I think so 0.254 is good to go with this design rules specification for Arduino. So let's apply this. Let me change from SMD pad to track clearance is 0.2, and the roll pad to track is 0.2. Also, let me change this one. First, let me see again. So here is NPTH annular ring. You should have to be careful for the whole size of the pad and the outer copper, and that is defining your annular ring. So our other rules are okay. Short circuit. Do you want to allow the short circuit? Obviously not. Then uncheck this box and move towards the unrouted net and unrouted net. So check for incomplete connections. Yes, check this box because we want to check if is there any connection which is not unconnected, which is unconnected. So unconnected pins. There's no description over here. Modified polygons, unpoured polygons. Allow shelved, allow modified. So for the track width, I have selected the minimum track width of 0.254, but the maximum track width can be more than this because we have a 5-volt rail in our board. So I am selecting for now it's 1 mm thickness. Topology, routing topology, the shortest or the longest, routing priority level, routing layers. There are 2 layers I have selected in the stacker. So routing corners, it has 45 degrees bend. Style is selected as 45 degrees bend, and routing vias. Via diameter is selected 1.27 mm and via hole is 0.711 mm. So I think it's as per the GLC requirements. So plain connect, you can have a direct connect. I always use or mostly use this direct connect of polygon. So in this way you can update the design rules as per your design requirements. So I have just uh, selected the different rules for our specific board. So after selecting those roles, again save the changes to the workspace. So that's all for today's video. In this video, we have learned that how can we add the design rules as per our design requirements. So thanks for watching and follow us for the upcoming videos.